Hi, it's Chantelle here from Fiberific. This week has been a melange of paperwork long overdue and the Bendigo sheaf and wool show preparation. In between, I've been getting ready for the Redlands Spinners Open Day and trying to finish a crochet top for my mum that I've been working on for much longer than I planned. I've also been knitting the Boo Knits Happy Together shawl. I'm up to the 6th repeat and I've learned a valuable lesson. Do not knit lace while you're tired. 2 hours of tinking back and re-knitting the correct 4 rows. No, I didn't have any lifelines in, which I seriously regret. If you want to follow along with the progress of my Boo Knits Happy Together project, I'm posting photos into my Fiberific Ravelry group and on my Facebook page. Links are down below. In this video, I'm going to continue our Tunisian crochet journey. We've learned to Tunisian simple stitch, and if you'd like to watch that video, you can click the link up here on the left. This time we're going to look at the Tunisian Knit Stitch. I'm using a 5.5mm 23cm hook and some Bendigo cotton. It's important to understand that Tunisian crochet really creates a very dense fabric. You absolutely have to use a hook that's at least 1 to 2 mil larger than you would expect for your yarn. Otherwise you're going to end up with stiff cardboard-like fabric. If you're after cardboard, that's great, but if you want a bit of drape, just use a larger hook. Okay, let's get started. So this is what we're going to work on today. This is Tunisian Knit Stitch crochet because it looks like a knit stitch. So it's knit stitch on this side, but very much not knit stitch on this side. Really knobbly and nice. So as usual, we're not going to work one this size for the video. We're going to do one more like this size. So approximately 10 stitches. So first things first, we've got our 5.5mm 10 ply cotton from Bendigo. Start the slip knot. Make sure we're not working into our tail yarn because, you know, I'm known for that. We want 10 chain. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we've got our little V's at the front, just like for when we did the simple stitch. We're going to flip it over and work into the little knobs in the back. So we're going to this one here, push it on. It'll need a bit of help. Now the thing to remember is this is really the most fiddly part of this entire process, is working into these little knobs at the back. I may have chained just a smidge bit tight this time round, but we're picking up all the stitches because for Tunisian simple stitch we have all live stitches. Now this is very, very similar to the simple stitch that we did in the previous video, or the previous Tunisian crochet video a few weeks back. I'll make sure that it's easily findable for you all if you want to have a little look. It was before I got this new setup, so it's probably a bit shaky. I'm trying not to make this one quite so shaky, although I won't know until the end when I'm checking it out in the editing. So I really like this Bendigo cotton. It is a little splitty, but that's just because it's been softly plied, and that makes for a nicer face washer, I think. I've used this Bendigo cotton to make full garments for myself and my daughter. Gorgeous over tops to go over singlets for up here in Queensland. I just make sure I've got my 10 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, draw through 1, yarn over, draw through 2. Oops, I dropped it. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2, all the way to the end. So yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2, not 3 but 2. Okay, so this is where it becomes different to the Tunisian simple stitch. For the simple stitch, we went in here like this. We're not doing that this time. We're going all the way through to the back. Hook our yarn and bring it back through. Okay, so we'll do that again. We go in between those two stitches and go all the way, push through to the back. Okay, we do that all the way across. So we push through to the back, yarn over, draw through a loop and bring it back with us. Okay. And remember, make sure we've got our 10. We need to work into this little odd bit on the end here. I turn it to the side a little. You can see there's 2 loops. I want both loops. It creates a really nice V stitch up the side. If you've seen my simple stitch, you'll see that I'm obsessed with it. So that's why I'm mentioning it again. Complete obsession. So we yarn over, draw through 1, yarn over, draw through 2, all the way back, back to the end again, and then we're going to do it again. And that's how we're doing our Tunisian knit stitch. Okay, so you can't really see it very well just yet what we're getting, but you'll be able to see it a lot better after this pass. Okay, so we go in, we find our stitch, and we can push it all the way through to the back. Now you have to be careful not to accidentally catch any of these lumps on the back. You've got to make sure you've got the gap. There's a gap, so make sure you get that gap and don't grab any lumps. Okay, so straight through and grab, and straight through and grab. So through the middle of the stitch all the way through to the back, pull your yarn and bring it back out. Now, I have lots of Tunisian hooks on my website if you're interested, or if you don't have any. Or if you're doing small things like this, you can probably squish it on to a standard crochet hook while you're learning how to do it. Okay, so we want to make sure we've grabbed both our little bits on the side there. And bring that over, then yarn over. Make sure we've got our 10 too. It feels less, doesn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have lost a stitch over here. So I'm going to pull that back and get it right. I actually think I missed it at the end of the... Oh no, there it is. So I definitely have it there. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2. Okay, I just missed it at the start of that round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the little doohickeys on the end is 10. Yarn over, draw through 1, yarn over, draw through 2. Now, can you see how I'm twisting my hook? I'm not just keeping my hook in one place. I actually yarn over, tilt the hook down, draw it through the loops, and then turn it up to help the hook free itself. That's the advantage of a hook. Let it work for you. So I'm going to do one more. 1. So what have you got there? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then through our little pairs in the end is 10. Yarn over, draw through 1. Now you just keep going until you're happy, until you've got it, or it's as big as you want it, or it's a square, or you know, wherever you've decided that you've got it, it's your aha moment. But the thing to remember about Tunisian crochet is we have to cast it off. We can't just leave it, otherwise we have this very open edge piece here. So instead of having a nice little knit, you end up with this open section. So I've got one that I've gotten up to square point, where it's up to square. And we've done our forward pass and our back pass. And we've got a bit more, see, we've got a few more stitches. And we still have this open edge. We don't want that. So we're going to do a slip stitch cast off, which is go in like you're about to do another row and bring it through and then slip it off. And do that all the way across. So bring it in, out, and slip. So in, out, and slip. And just keep doing this. Whoops, without dropping them preferably. You don't want to make it too tight, otherwise you'll end up with fabric that, hang on, what have I done there? Helps if you do it actually in the stitch, not next to it. So keep working across, just until we're all done. Oh, I've done it again. I'm very good at not watching what I'm doing, aren't I? I'll teach you how not to do it, which is what I'm doing. Alright, we got one more here. And then we've got our little pair on the edge. And bring that through. And then bring the yarn all the way through. I've pre-cut this one. I thought it was going to take up considerably more than it did. And we have a little cast off edge, a little piece. So you can, it's so soft and nubbly. I really like this cotton. I look forward to seeing lots of pictures of gorgeous Tunisian crocheted washes and other bits you're making. Are you enjoying our journeys together? Do you have a suggestion for any other videos? If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments down below. I'll always answer them as best as I can. Thank you for liking, commenting and subscribing. It's time for you to fill your universe with fibre fun. Off you go. I'll see you next time.